Watch on my wrist. Tell me, who is the sexy bitch? Oh, it said me. It said me. It said me. What's going on, people? Once again, you know what's happening. It's your boy, Brass Tacks in this bitch. We're gonna review this thing right here. The Apple Watch Series 2. I did an unboxing and what have you, and I wanted to give it adequate time before I actually review this bitch. For me, doing this was more of a kind of, not a lifestyle change, but just a bit more lifestyle encouragement. Because earlier this year, and when I mean earlier this year, December, January, February-ish, your boy looked like this. Flash forward 80 pounds. Yeah, there's a story behind all of that, but I'll tell you guys in another video in the future and shit. Is doing his gym thing, you know, staying in shape, but I got to a stage where I think maybe a little bit of motivation's lost, but I needed a bit of encouragement, and that's where the Apple Watch Series 2 comes in. Now, the original Apple Watch I wasn't feeling. It's expensive, and my whole thing is I have designer watches, and I know how expensive they are, and the Apple Watch is not a designer watch by any stretch. I don't see why the hell I've got to pay £400 for this bitch. Do you know what I'm saying? Shit don't even talk to me. That's probably a good thing. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if this shit talked to you? Imagine you had a great night. You made love to your partner. It was the best ever. You're feeling sexy, you're feeling lovely, you're feeling amazing. Ladies, you were out the night before, you know, nice dress, you were looking lovely, you went to sleep, you felt sexy, you feel beautiful. Fellas, you're feeling handsome, you're feeling like 007 in this bitch. You feeling amazing. And then you wake up in the morning, and then you roll over, you're picking your watch up, right? And the watch talks to you and it says, "Hey, fat boy, you looking fat, go for a run, you know." Can you imagine that shit? You be fucked up around here. You break your watch. That shit is not constructive criticism. Go for a run, it'd be like, "You can do more, fat boy. You only burnt 32 calories today. I do that shit in my sleep, you know." You know, that's the meaning shit. I don't know why I'd be doing a Chinese accent with it, but everything made in China anyway, so it makes sense in this bitch. Let's just get on with it. Let's do a review. Now, I'm gonna talk about the pros and the cons, okay? Let's talk pros first. The screen itself, my friend had the first Apple Watch, and even when he went outside, it wasn't bright enough for outdoors. This has a brighter screen, really, really helps. I believe it's ever so slightly larger than the previous model, which brings me to my next point, waterproof. Now, when you're out in the rain, or if you want to go for a swim or what have you, this is the watch to get, because it will take that shit. Now, people, don't start going to the toilet, wiping your backsides with your watch on, okay? Because that could be a whole other problem within itself, okay? I'm just saying. Not that I'm speaking from experience, but, you know, there might be something to just think about. Think twice about shit like that. Processor is a definite improvement. It's snappy, it's fast. There is very, very little to minimal delay when you're opening apps. Now, I remember with the first Apple Watch, there was quite a bit of delay. It was sluggish as hell. So this alleviates this problem. GPS in this bitch. You go out and about, it can track your progress. It's not necessary that you need the iPhone with this. If you are trying to get in shape, it does motivate you without being a bitch about it. It kind of just says to you, "Listen, do you want to do you feel like going for a run today?" Or it will say, "Oh, you know, yesterday you burned like 700 calories, you halfway there today." So it will kind of just give you a little nudge in the right direction. And if you are looking to try and keep fit, this is definitely a good look. The straps, they're fucking expensive in the Apple store, let's keep it real. Ain't no one got time to be paying those crazy prices. So when it comes to Apple products, iPhones and Apple Watches, there are a shit ton of accessories for that shit, relatively cheap. You know, they're like $10 each and what have you. So that's another good look right there. I figured that this would be a problem. I was in Tesco, which is probably Walmart where you guys are. And it was, you know how busy and loud that place gets. And I got a message and I just hit the mic button, dictated back. 99% of the time, it hears you perfectly. There's never been an issue. Whatever I said, it put down, send, you're good to go. It's very, very, very good at that. Notifications and everything else aren't too intrusive. However, there is a con to this, which I'll get to the con side. Cons. The obvious con of this watch is it is too fucking expensive. Over here in the UK, it's £400. Now you're going to get some wires are saying, oh, it's £3.99. £1 makes zero difference. It's £400. Okay? Let's just keep it real. This ain't Giorgio Armani. This ain't. This ain't D&G. This ain't Rolex. This Apple in this bitch. For them to charge you £400 is ridiculous. It should be half that. Maybe $250. You may win me over at $285, but certainly not $400. Okay? That's the first thing. You've got to face it to see it. Do you know what I mean? It's on standby until you turn it towards you and watch that shit. It then turns on automatically, which is also a good and bad thing. I guess it can't be on 24/7 because the battery life is going to get sucked up. Yeah. So I understand that too. But there are times when if you were to, like, you know, sometimes you may want to use this as a clock and leave it on your desk and shit. You can't see the shit because it's on standby. And I'm not used to charging my watch. Yeah. So the battery life on average lasts about a day and a half. Okay. That's shitty. I've messed around with the Beat Solo 3. I'm on that constantly, yeah, taking calls, music, whatever. And that shit lasts me 4 days, 3 to 4 days before I need to charge it. That's crazy. A day and a half. Average use, I'd say, give or take. They need to improve that battery life for sure, yeah? Now, most of you may not have a problem because you just figure, you know what, I'll charge it whilst I'm sleeping, and that's fair enough. But if you're out and about and you're going to be somewhere and you've left your charger at home, you're fucked. Now, I'm sure you can change this in the settings, but I haven't done so right now, right? But imagine you got your girlfriend over and you're getting ready to watch some Netflix in this bitch, and she's sitting in front of you, you're sitting behind her, you're hugging up next to her, you got this phone on you, right? You get a notification, because I know some of you subscribers look like you some playboys in this bitch, yeah? So you got your arms wrapped around her, and then you get a message from girlfriend number 2 saying, oh, I had fun last night. She gonna see that shit straight up, that shit showing on your phone. So if you a playboy, the first thing you need to do is get your notification settings sorted the fuck out. Otherwise, you're heading back to Singleville, do you know what I'm saying? It's still reliant on the iPhone. I don't know one person who has an Apple Watch who doesn't have an iPhone with it, yeah? But if you do, tell me your experiences with it, because it's still very heavily reliant on the iPhone, for sure, 100%. My final thoughts on it are this. To me, the Apple Watch will always be a watch for someone who is interested in health and fitness, first and foremost. It is a good accompaniment to the iPhone. It helps. It's a nice addition in the sense that, you know, if you're the sort of person who leaves your phone around, say downstairs, you go upstairs, you chilling, you can still get your messages and everything like that, and you can still interact directly from your Apple Watch. Yeah, so in that respect, it's a nice addition. Is it worth $400? I know they've released a Series 1 as well, and apart from the waterproofing, slightly brighter screen, and the GPS, it's more or less the same. Now, if those 3 big things are important to you, and it justifies the $100 difference, then by all means pick up the Series 2. Yeah, but if those things aren't really a factor, and you're one of those people who carries around your phone pretty much all the time, and you can't see yourself swimming, and even when you go out for a jog, you take your phone with you, the Series 2 is a no-brainer. And in terms of the App Store and everything, it's got an absolute shit ton of support, both from the App Store and accessories on eBay or whatever. There's tons of shit you can get. I got a really beautiful stand for it as well. It looks really, really, really slick. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm not going to get into tech specs because that's not really what I'm about here. I'm telling you as like an average consumer what it's all about. That's pretty much it, people. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. Anyway, take care. Your boy out.